Hi everybody, I want to walk through the details of how to approach an exercise we're going to do where we're going to explore a collection of about 15 articles of literary criticism about angels in America. Don't worry, you're not going to have to read all 15 articles. In fact, if you learn the skill of the astute researcher, you will probably not have to fully read even one of the articles. But you are going to have to spend time browsing several of the articles, and you are going to have to closely analyze one article in order to find a passage from that article that you think you could use in your paper to analyze a scene from Angels in America. So when you click on the link I've provided, you're going to be taken to the Gale Literary Resource Center, which has collected here about 15 literary criticism articles related to Angels in America. Now, before you get started, I have to point out an important distinction. When you first get to this Gale page, you are going to notice that the first 4 articles listed here are theater reviews. And theater reviews are definitely fun for you to read because they can take you back to actual performances of the play for you to look at. But we're not going to use theater reviews for this assignment. For this assignment, you must use one of the critical essays. So notice theater reviews are shorter. They're a review of the play done at the time of a performance. The ones that you see in here are related, I think, to the New York revival of the play that's going on right now. We're not interested in those reviews. We're interested in theory-based literary criticism, and that is captured in the critical essays. So you'll notice here that there are about 15 of the critical essays, most of which were written in the mid-90s, although some of them get into the mid-2000s. All right. Unfortunately, the way these services work, the most recent articles usually aren't available yet. But that's okay, because this is a really cool collection of articles. 15 different approaches to thinking about angels in America. And what I want you to do is browse through all of these titles and look for a couple of articles that look like they might apply to your reading of the play, to the scenes of the play that you're looking at, to the topic, the cultural topic, race, gender, politics, sexuality, religion, whatever you chose, the topic that you chose and the scenes that you're looking at, and our conversation about human agency. So you're looking for articles that are going to work there. Now, obviously, what's different here is up to now in the course, I have provided for you the theory. I have found it for you and presented it for you and interpreted it for you. Now you have to find the theory on your own and interpret it on your own. So that's a shift, that's a change, but I think it's a change that you'll find really interesting and useful, especially now as you're trying to wrap up paper 3 and maybe looking for some critical ideas beyond what we've looked at in the course. So a couple things to notice about how we're looking at these articles. First of all, you'll notice our Kruger article is in there. This is where I found actually the Kruger article. But there's about 14 others in here that you can look through and browse for something that looks promising. Once you've found something that looks promising, I like this one, The Fate of the Other, Reneen Omer Sherman. It's a good piece. I want you to go ahead and click on the piece, and that's going to take you to the text, right, to the actual text. Now, I don't know why I'm getting this other stuff. The actual article. And what you're going to do is browse through the article, looking for a passage that you think could be useful for you. Now, I don't recommend reading every paragraph of the article or every sentence of the article, but I do recommend skimming through the article and looking at least the first couple sentences of each paragraph to help you find something interesting, something relevant. You want to find a passage that you would be able to use in your paper. That's your goal here. You've already selected the scenes from the play you're looking at. You've already selected some theory that you can use. Now I want you to find something else that you could use in your paper. You're not going to have to use it. You can stay with the theory you already have, but you might just discover something better that you can now incorporate into your paper. So let me be clear here again. You're not going to be required to incorporate something you find in one of these articles, but you are going to have an opportunity to discover something cool, and you are going to have to post a passage from one of these articles and how you think you could use it if you wanted to in your paper. Now, when it comes time, when you found an article and when you found a passage in that article that you like, that you think you could use for this exercise, the first thing you're going to do is get the MLA citation for the article. And the easy way to do that is to click over here on Citation Tools, and it's going to call up the MLA citation for you. And you can just select it and copy and paste it. Open Apple C, I'm on a Mac, whatever you're on a PC, whatever your selection technique is, you're going to copy and paste that, and that's going to be the first thing you're going to put in your post. This is the beauty of data-based research. Data-based research into scholarly articles now generates automatic MLA citations for you. It could not be easier. So when you read the instructions for the post that we're going to do after you've watched these videos, you will see one of the first things I want you to do is to provide your MLA citation. Then after that, I want you to go through your chosen article, find a passage you think might work. So it might be something like a couple sentences like this that you think are useful, and you're going to copy and paste that and put that in under the MLA citation. Now, if you don't have page numbers, because some of these are just articles on the screen, you provide a paragraph number. So in this case, instead of a page number, I would do paragraph number. So it's paragraph, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, paragraph 7. All right. I would use as my citation. And so I'm going to provide the MLA citation. I'm going to provide, copy and paste the text of the quote that I think is interesting. And then after that, I'm going to write a short post explaining, hey, here's how I could use this in my paper if I wanted to. Now, once again, you're not committing to actually using it in your paper. You're just trying to imagine how I could use this if I wanted to make my paper better. How I could swap out one of my previous literary theory choices and use this instead. Okay, so I hope this video gives you a quick introduction to what we want to do in this exercise. Don't hesitate at all to reach out to me with a text, an email, or call if you want more explanation. Thanks!